Hey, on this episode, we're leaving New York. We're on our way to Maine. We're going to be meeting up with the owners of Al's Goldfish Lure Co. I think they've got some striper fishing, some walleye fishing, smallmouth fishing. I don't know what all they're going to do, but it's going to be fun. Stay with us. Alright, so we made it into Dover, New Hampshire last night. Now we're on the road. We're on our way to Elliott, Maine. We're on the way to Al's Goldfish Lure Company, where they make the lures. Just take a little tour of what's going on there at Al's. Should be exciting. We've never been to Maine before, so excited to meet Jeff and Mandy from Al's, their gangs. We'll do this together. Here we go. So we're in southern Maine at the headquarters of Al's Goldfish Lure Company. I have Jeff and Mandy DeWin with me. Mandy is actually the president of Al's Goldfish Company. You don't hear very many female presidents in the outdoor fishing industry, so that's pretty cool.
There's a few of us out there in, I guess you would say, leadership roles in the industry, and we're trying to, it's our effort together, not just mine, to bring fishing to women and to minorities and be really inclusive in the industry.
So, you guys have been the owners of Al's Goldfish Lure Company for how long now?
About a year and a half.
So Al's Goldfish has been around though for a long time, is that right?
Yeah. The lure was actually invented and patented in 1947, and then Al Stewart actually bought that patent from the inventor and began manufacturing and officially incorporated in 1952. They've been manufactured ever since.
And they've won some prestigious awards from Field and Stream, one of the top 50 lures of all time, is that right?
That's right, and one of the top 10 trout lures of all time.
Right.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the goldfish is often known as a trout lure. I like to say it's typecast as a trout lure, but what we're trying to market to everybody is that it's really versatile and you can catch pretty much anything with a spoon. And especially so the goldfish, if you go to our website, our social media, Facebook, Instagram, you'll see species from saltwater to freshwater, big 51-inch muskies down to smallmouth, largemouth, trout, of course. It spans the range.
And they're all made right here in America.
That's right.
They are, yep, and we're really proud of that. And I was telling your wife Lottie earlier about how amazed we were when we came into the manufacturing industry at how many Americans are touched through this process. And so when you look at our supply chain, there are so many people who indirectly or directly are involved in the production of these products that we're really proud to say all those people were employed because of the people who buy this product and support us and use it.
So besides your lures that you manufacture, you also have hook bonnets. Is that right?
That's right. We are the only manufacturer of these treble hook covers in the United States. And ours have these little stops. You can't really see them. You can see them on the green ones in there, and that keeps the bonnet on your hook.
So that wraps up our introduction to Al's Goldfish Lure Company with Jeff and Mandy. But we got some exciting plans coming up in the next few days. Is that right?
Yep. It looks like tomorrow you guys are going to get on a boat with Fishing Maine with Justin. Justin's a Maine guide, a good friend of ours, and you're going to go striper fishing. So we're all going to go camping up in northern Maine. That's about 4 hours from here.
And you said there were a bear up there?
There's a bear.
Are you bringing a gun?
No, I thought you brought that.
Dang it. You know, it's pretty cool stopping there at the headquarters of Al's Goldfish Lure Company and learning the history of Al's Goldfish Lures. You know, they've been around forever. My grandfather used them, my father used them, and now we're getting ready to. So our plans were to get in the boat with Justin, but Mother Nature changed our plans, so we're doing some fishing off the shores, which is pretty cool, fishing from the shore of Maine into the ocean. We didn't know we were going to have to be acrobats just to go fishing. I am saying I caught that striper. It's not my fault that Justin let it go. Had a great time this morning. Wasn't able to go out in the boat like we had planned. We caught some stripers off the rocks. It's something we never experienced before. So we're anxious to see what tomorrow's going to bring. We're on the way back to the hotel now. Get our stuff in order. We're going to be heading northern Maine in the morning. Do some trout fishing, salmon fishing, smallmouth fishing, Arctic char. Just can't wait to see what all happens. Stay tuned.
Sleeping Beauty, don't want to wake up.
Look at that stud. All right, we're at Taylor's Lobsters, Kittery, Maine. We're going to buy some lobsters, we're going to buy some clams. We're going to head up to northern Maine, do some fishing. Waiting on Jeff and Mandy to get here now. It's really going to be an experience up there in northern Maine. We've never been there, but they say the moose are as big as trains. The bears are all get out mean. The mosquitoes will carry you off. So let's just see what happens. This will be fun. So before we got completely off grid, we made a stop at Two Rivers Canoe and Tackle. Cool little store in the middle of nowhere. But it was cool. We got our last minute supplies, headed to the campground. So we've made it. We're at the Big Eddy campground, about 5 hours north of where we started out this morning. Just getting ready to get our tent set up. We got a river right here below us. We're going to be doing some salmon and smallmouth fishing in that river. We're going to do some salmon fishing tomorrow on a different lake. We got a smallmouth guide lined up for Sunday. You know, it's just going to be a great time. We're excited to be here with Jeff and Mandy of Al's Goldfish Lure Company. Stay tuned to see what happens. When you get a bunch of guys and gals who like to fish, and you get around a campfire, fish tales are going to be told, and told some more. All right, we got our boat loaded down. We're a little convoy. There's about 5 trucks, 3 boats. We're headed to a river to do some salmon fishing. New experience for us, so we're really excited about it. Use Al's Goldfish Lure and see what we can bring.
Bone Wild TV is brought to you by John Booz & Company, Al's Goldfish Lure Company, Pulsar Thermal and Night Vision, Tacticam deer management systems, nocturnal, black hole targets, True Fire, Carbon Express arrows, Rocky Mountain, Eastman Outdoors, Shooter targets, Expedition Archery, Reveal Trail cameras, and National Shooting Sports Foundation Plus One movement.
So we managed to catch a couple fish this morning. Jordan caught a couple perch and a chub. Came in and get a quick bite to eat. We're going to head out and do some trolling tonight for salmon. It's supposed to be a really great lake for salmon. This lake has a high population of salmon, so they encourage you to keep the smaller fish, and you can keep one over 18 inches. So we'll see what happens. I guess camping and fishing in Maine is a little too much for Lottie. Let's see what Jordy's doing over here. I'm guessing it's a little too much for Jordan too. We're up here in Maine. We're doing some camping, but we're in bear and moose country. You know, bear and moose can both be real dangerous, so it's important to be aware of your surroundings. One way we are doing that, we are using the Axion from Pulsar. This handheld device that allows us to see what's around. You know, we don't want to stumble across a bear if we're out walking to the latrine or what have you. But using this, we'll know what's ahead of us and we'll be able to avoid it. Check it out. It's the Axion from Pulsar.
So we're going to be trolling for salmon, and he doesn't have lead core. He's got braid on this. So we want to get down to about 30 feet. So we're going to put weight up in front of the leader. You can put it on the leader. You can hang a weight off a three-way swivel, off a sliding swivel, and snap the weight onto that, and that'll get your leader down to the to the depth about where we want in the water column, 20-30 feet. And then we'll run a leader off of that and have our lure, our bait on the end of that. Any salmon? What's our depth? 37. There he is.
Got one. I see it.
Doubled up. That's another chub.
So if you're going to come up to northern Maine to do some fishing, I have the tip of the day for you. Do not wash your vehicle before you come. Okay. Come up here. This truck was blue not that long ago, and that's a day and a half.
It's been on the dusty trail.
So, my tip of the day has nothing to do with fishing. It's all about automotive cleanliness. Who cares what it looks like when you come up here? Because when you leave, it's going to look like crap. So we've been out, we've tried everything, we've thrown every Owl's lure there is, every size, every color, and we just haven't had luck. Talking with the locals today, the biggest problem we're facing is the fresh fly hatch.
There's a new fly hatch, fresh hatch right now, and the salmon are eating up the flies.
we're getting ready to do some smallmouth fishing. We're gonna put up in this river here. We're gonna put 3 boats and 5 kayaks. We're gonna move about 3 miles downstream to where it's supposed to be really good smallmouth fishing. We're just gonna tow the kayaks. We've had rain all morning, but we're just waiting for this little lightning to pass through. A little cell of lightning to get through. We're gonna launch and hopefully we'll catch some smallmouth the last day here in Maine. See what happens.
Closed captioning for Bone Wild TV is brought to you by John Booz.
So we caught a lot of fish today, but we also had a lot to get off. The smallmouth did a lot of jumps and acrobatic moves, and we were able to throw the lure. Lottie and Jordan lost a couple of pike. But, it's been a great day. We're still trying to catch some fish. If you're in Maine and you don't pick fresh blueberries, something is wrong with you. If you're watching this show, chances are that you already are a hunter and somebody introduced you to that sport. That person taught you firearm safety, helped you prepare and study for the hunter education test, explained hundreds of things from scouting for game, hanging in tree stands, setting out a proper decoy spread to shot placement, field dressing, and maybe even some field to table recipes. Whether that person was your father, a mother, a friend's parent, or your sibling, you'll never forget what that person taught you, and you'll never forget them. Now it's time to pay that forward to someone new, and the National Shooting Sports Foundation's Plus One movement provides a way to get started. The Plus One movement is all about mentoring and removing the barriers into entry into hunting and target shooting sports that too many people are encountering today, and it all begins with an invitation. And that's exactly what I did with my wife, Lottie. Lottie grew up in a hunting family with her father and brother hunting, but she never had that opportunity as a child to hunt. And it wasn't until she became an adult.
Okay, my dad and my brother were hunters in the family, and it wasn't until a little later on in my life that when I met my husband, he introduced me into hunting, and he got me out there in the woods, and I did pretty good. Anyway, I enjoy being out there, and he's taught me a lot on how to track a deer, how to be calm and be patient. That is the number one thing that in hunting you gotta have a lot of patience. When I went hunting for my first turkey ever, it was pretty good. I had my father-in-law's gun. Here comes this turkey from far over from out of the field, and he's just a strutting, and it was pretty cool to see that. I got him. He's up on my wall, and the rest of him is in my freezer. It's just pretty neat. I mean, there's no other experience that I can't really describe it.
I encourage everyone to take the Plus One pledge now and become a mentor to someone new. Simply go to letsgohunting.org or letsgoshooting.org. Those are the National Shooting Sports Foundation's flagship sites for hunters and target shooting sports participants. They are loaded with information and videos on gear, techniques, wild game recipes, and more. And it's a great resource for any person to choose to mentor. Right at the top of the page, you'll find information about the Plus One movement and a link to take the Plus One pledge, along with resources to help you extend all that important invitation. Don't forget to share your experience on social media using the hashtag Plus One movement. If just 1 in 3 hunters adds one new person to our hunting traditions, we'll secure a strong future for generations to come. Why don't you be that one? Ignite the passion that can change the course of someone's life forever. Hey, we had a great time fishing up here in Maine with all these knuckleheads. They're knuckleheads. But it was great. We had a great time. We are going to get in the truck, and I think they're saying we're going gator hunting next week with spears. I don't know. Something about Florida, spears, alligators coming out alive. I don't know. Stay tuned.